Hello Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new, welcome. Hope you enjoy the reading. This is a general love reading for your sign. It's going to apply from the middle of February through into middle of March. I've been sort of tracking Venus most of the month. She's been in Aquarius, which is a very social, it's more universal love oriented. But on the 26th of Feb, she moves into Pisces. So she's had a connection with just about every planet during the month of February. So very social, connected to just about everything. And then on the 26th, she moves into Pisces, where she's exalted. And, she melds beautifully with that very emotional, seductive, and almost psychic and intuitive side. So her loving influence, that side of her, is greatly enhanced in the Pisces sign. So I'm sure you will notice some sort of shift or change around about that time. But in the meantime, the reading will apply to you and your person, your special someone, your connection, your significant other, and aspects of it will apply to you, but also to your person. They may be interchangeable, the qualities. You may also see external influences coming into the reading, things that affect the relationship as well. And you can also cross-watch to my other videos for more information. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as that does help to move the videos around YouTube. Also, all my details in the drop-down box below if you need further information. Let's see what we can get for you now. Okay, so there. Libra. Chiron. Bit of healing to work your way through. And first house. Bottom of the astrology deck is Scorpio, I transform. So that is your quality coming in there. Let's get some goddess guidance now. Lost independence. Mart. Una. Una. Aphrodite. Okay, this one wants to come as well. Ericura, blossoming, and then Coventino, which is all about detoxification and purification. That's the bottom of the deck, and Ericura is just an additional. Let's get a destiny card now. Boldness, okay. And then a Moonology card. Yes. Okay. You've got waning moon, and the bottom bottom of the Moonology is void of course moon, which means there's some sort of delay or some sort of pause. Okay. All right, let's start with you. So as I said, aspects of this will, this is technically for the one that's watching, and then this is for the person, the other person. But there may be qualities which are reflected in both. So just take it as it resonates for you. So we've got Mart, Fairness, and we've got Moon, Soul. So it seems like there's some sort of negotiation or some sort of situation. It could be legal taking place. Or it could just be a decision or a negotiation or a mediation, some sort of coming to a conclusion. So whether you are in discussions with your person, or there is some external influence which is coming in to affect the relationship, but this is normally legal. But as I said, it can also be to do with a negotiation or a mediation or some sort of discussion where there's both sides or more than one side, and some sort of resolution needs to be come to. So Fairness is all about that, but it's saying this situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. So whether you have to bring this in to use your fairness skills, or whether, as I said, some other influences coming in, or whether you're having a discussion. But it's saying with Moon, Soul, it's saying that there are, this is going to be quite an emotional issue for you. It's cyclical, it's governed obviously by the moon. So there may be cycles. This is also about your habits, your moods, and your emotional life. That's what the moon rules, your emotional life. So therefore your habits and your moods do come in very strongly. So do examine those. And make sure that whatever you are putting forward or whatever you're discussing with in this scenario is true and honest. With the Moon, Soul, you also may have a few things sort of coming up out of the woodwork, or coming up from, almost like a reveal. So this could be aspects of yourself which are bubbling up, emotional feelings or intuitions, gut instincts, things like that. So that may be coming up, something rising to the surface. It may be to do with this situation, but something is coming up. It could also be that you are in a very judgmental energy at this time, and this is just asking you to examine that as a habit or as some kind of aspect of yourself which needs to be balanced, so take that into consideration. There's a lot of blue and green, so heart and throat chakra energy. So this is communication and heart, which is the love for self and for others. So just make sure that you are, examining that. Moon can also be aspects of the past coming back, or you looking at aspects of the past. And this can be in the form of nostalgia or sentimentality. It's fine to go back and to look at aspects, but then you must come back forward. You must come back to the beginning, to where you are now in the present moment, and only use hindsight as a way of gaining insight and wisdom. But you can't live in the past. You can't be making decisions from the past either. So you may just be feeling a little bit nostalgic or sentimental about times gone by. So, by all means, face that, but then let it go and move forward into the present moment, because there's something coming up which is requiring you to examine and to make a decision or some sort of negotiation. As I said, it could be purely internal, that it may be that you are having a judgment about something, and you just need to be clear about your instincts, about your intuitions, and that you are not allowing your emotions, your moods and your habits, old habits, old emotions to rule the way things get done. Perhaps it's time for a change or some kind of reflection. This covers all kinds of things. It also covers women's wisdom, women's issues. Therefore, this is where the moods and the emotional life sort of goes in cycles. So look at all of that. But it certainly, it rules your emotions. So everything to do with that is going to be important with the Moon card. And certain things may be revealed, whether that's internal or to do with the negotiation or the discussion or whatever it is that you have going on around you at the moment. And just approach everything with fairness. That's what she's saying here. So put your case forward, present it as clearly and as in a balanced fashion after you've done this review. and then allow the universe to work with that, whatever it might be. Don't have a specific attachment to an outcome. If there is a decision to be made, because just allow things to work themselves out and it will become clear what needs to be done. Otherwise, if you have an attachment, then it kind of blocks you. You block your own way, and you block. You can't possibly see all points of view. You can see your point of view, and you can hazard a guess, and you can use your instincts and your intuitions and so on. But ultimately, put your case forward and leave it over to the universe to actually come in with the best solution for all concerned, if that is what you are seeking. But it could be purely internal as well. Then for your person, we've got Bast, Independent, and Grand Trine Blessings. So this is saying that they are in a situation now where they need to have worked some form of independence into their life or into the relationship. Now this means basically arranging time for themselves to have fun and to pursue their own interests, and do other things, it keeps the relationship alive, because then you've got each one is fulfilled in pursuing what they need to do. You needn't have to do everything together. So it's allowing them that space to actually do what they need to do. They may be asking that as well. They may be asking for more space to do things that they are interested in, or to arrange time, just to have time on their own where they can go within or do reflection or do whatever it is that they need to do. But it's saying that for them, independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And this is going to keep them strong, it's going to keep them focused, and it's going to keep them on in a place which is going to be beneficial within the relationship. If that gets overshadowed, then they start falling off into a period, or into a place which is not helpful for them or anybody else. So they need to be fulfilled. They need to be coming from a full cup. So, this is why they may be requesting this, or they may be needing this in some way. They've also got here Grand Trine Blessings, which is a lovely card. It's a beautiful card to be coming in, but it's also blue, so chakra energy, but this is all about solar plexus, the yellow. So this is about will and power, and this is about expression. But the Grand Trine Blessings is a blessings card. It's coming in, but it's also saying that there is some sort of harmony and flow coming in for them. And this is about creating. They may want to create that as well. They may want to create this harmony and flow with you or within the situation. And part of that is allowing themselves to have that space. But it's saying that some sort of blessings are coming in for them as well. They may be receiving blessings. It could also be that blocks and even inhibitions or things that were standing in their way and therefore in the way of the relationship may now be removed. They will dissolve or fall away, and this will allow this flow, and the gates are opening and they can move forward. It can also bring things into their lives. It can bring blessings into their lives, whether this is to do with the relationship or personally. But it's like something is flowing in, they're catching that wave and they're moving forward. It can also be the rising up of skills and talents and abilities, things that they have an affinity for, and this is possibly why they need this independence to pursue that. But it can also be that they are reaching some sort of completion in their lives. They may be closing out a cycle, they may be finishing something off, whatever it may be, but completion does come in. But this energy brings in harmony, brings in flow, and it brings in a sort of various types of abundance, various blessings. Now these blessings can take the shape in many ways. It could be good fortune, it could be rewards, it could be rewards attached to this rising up of these talents and abilities that they have. They're being noticed. So it could also be to do with just having some abundance coming through to them, whether it's a windfall or support or communication. It could be communication with you. Perhaps you are coming to discuss something and a block is being removed now and things are going to move forward. But it's almost like a relief. It's like movement. So whatever the abundance, whatever blessings are for them, something is coming in for them to help them move forward. But whatever blocks were there that were sitting in their way is now going to be moved. So it's like that certain things that may have been on pause, or they may have had troubles with, or delays or frustrations, will now dissolve. And it's also, it could also be that, as I said, some sort of relief or some sort of support is coming in, whatever that may be for them. Whether it's mutual support, or whether it's financial support, or it could be to do with their career, and it's going to help them. They will still need to have some sort of plan and be following any opportunities that come to them as well, because it's important that they steer their ship. That is with Grand Trine. It's this lovely flow comes in. They can't be complacent and sit back. They still have to make things happen. They have to anchor these blessings down. So that is the situation there. Now, for the current situation within the relationship, we've got Libra eye balance. So definitely the relationship is in the spotlight. So this is all close personal one-on-one relationships. So it's you and your person. It can also be the lower courts coming in. So there may still be something coming up. Perhaps one of you is already in a relationship, and now that is now dissolving. Now you're moving into together, or you're starting a new relationship. It depends on your situation. But certainly the relationship, this one-on-one commitment that you're making together is happening, and it's being sort of worked on at this time. So this is normally the marriage card or the engagement card, or it is the coming together in some form of commitment. It doesn't have to be official, but it can be where you are committed to each other and now you move forward. But it's saying here, Uno easy does it. So if this is taking some time, or it's still being worked out, or whatever is going on, it's just saying easy does it. Okay, there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So let things flow. All right, let things flow. This person may have been anxious, or may have had a lot of blocks. Perhaps they've been trying to connect with you, and this is the situation which is now starting to flow. But it's saying that this is all about timing, which is what it says, perfect timing. But it's also about nurturing and nourishing whatever it is, whether it's within the relationship or each one of you personally, nurturing your own things that are close to your heart. So it could be interests, it could be hobbies, it could be aspects of your lives together, or just maintaining your own interests, and that keeps you happy and fulfilled. But it's also about the relationship, and it's saying that it may start off as sort of a part-time thing to begin with, and then it becomes more full-time. So this can be going from only seeing them periodically to now a much more committed sort of relationship. So it's got that aspect to it, but it's about nurturing. So there's quite a bit of nurturing that goes with this, and it's saying don't make any sudden moves, don't try and force things or rush things, just let them unfold. And enjoy the Libra energy. The Libra energy, as I said, is about the coming together in a seventh house, which is the house of partnerships. Okay, so it's about that coming together and letting that unfold without forcing or controlling or any sort of manipulation, which could be coming in with the moon card. So just be careful that that you are nurturing as opposed to any other kind of control measure. This is about nurturing yourself within the relationship, and nurturing the relationship itself, the seeds of it. Then we've got here for the advice, we've got Orna Leap of Faith, we've got Chiron Healing, and then we've got what do you need to release, and this is the waning moon. So with the Chiron Healing, that is what this is about. It's about what it is you need to release. Okay, so the Chiron is a form of healing. That's what it is. It's wisdom through pain. So this is actually dealing with issues from the past, whether it's past life or current life, issues that have inhibited your behavior or have inhibited your ability to relate to one another in a personal relationship. Now this can be programming, this can be incidents from your growing up years, it can be experiences you've had, and what happens is when that experience happens, or that programming takes effect, and this can be from parents or people around you that you've learned things from. It's not necessarily your lessons to learn, it's something that has come to you from somebody else and you've taken it on. So wisdom through pain is about understanding that, with those experiences, your energy has been put there and it has been locked there. And it's kind of like trapped. And that energy needs to be freed up and released and brought back. and that will release you from those experiences which tend to repeat over and over, especially something that's not been dealt with properly, or not been fully understood, or not been fully accepted. It's about looking at past events, looking at the emotions and what was going on around certain events. What went on? Be honest, brutally honest. Open up the wounds or wounds. It could be one wound or several, but they've all got the similar feel about them. And it's almost like repetitive circumstances, or it could be one major wound which kind of affected your life. And it's about opening that up and letting the light in on it, and looking at it fully and acknowledging that that situation has occurred in your life for a reason. It's got a reason, it's got a purpose, and you must accept it as it is, and understand what place it's had in your life, how it's shaped you, what you've learned from it as a soul. And everything else is just external learning. But what has your soul gained from this experience? And just accept it. Accept that this is formed a part of your life. It had made you who you are. And now if you accept it and apply forgiveness to yourself and to the situation, then you can free your energy up from there. Free, as soon as you apply forgiveness, you can release it from there. You don't have to forgive the actual any sort of acts that were harmful. It's just releasing your energy from there, and as soon as you do that, then it comes back to you, and you can acknowledge that it's had a place, and that you can now finally put it to rest and let it go. But it's also about getting in touch with natural things as well. There may be natural healing or therapies or remedies that you can use, or actual physical practices like homeopathy or chiropractic, or any natural therapy, naturopathy even, to help you, to assist your body if it's a physical wounding. Then also there's many levels to the emotional side. You can use flower essences, any natural remedies that work in multiple levels. Go and find people that can help you, or go, just do your own research, learn about these things for yourself. But what the gift of this card actually is saying to you, that whatever you've mastered, whatever you have learned from these situations, you can help others in the same way. Whether this is just through kindness and support, and having something to say, and giving them some kind of wisdom that you have gained, or whether you want to use it as a career or in some way to help others, you can do that. And you can also, as I said, take that further. You can study it and you can learn about it. You can hone it and create it as a skill, or you can just use it purely for yourself. But somewhere along the line, that transmission of your knowledge, your wisdom, and what you've gained through this learning experience will help others. It's also saying that, any sort of spending time in nature is going to be very beneficial for you. There could also be medicinal aspects to this as well, but it normally rules natural things, and even astrology comes into this. But it's very much about learning and about finding solutions and finding ways to support yourself emotionally and physically and mentally through any kind of opening up and releasing work, which is what needs to be done. And this is why it's saying waning moon, what do you need to release? So this is basically to let go of what is no longer serving you, because waning is going from the full moon. Now it's kind of letting things flow away, what that needs to flow away, and releasing what is no longer serving you. So it's kind of an acceptance and a regrouping energy, because the energy has been at its full moon and now it's waning. Okay, so it's time to let go of certain things which have been a problem for you. And once you've done all that situation, and within this situation, you also will probably need to take a leap of faith of some sort. So take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So obviously, in the coming together within this relationship and forming a more of a commitment, there is a leap of faith to be taken. So whether this is you committing to your healing, and actually pursuing that to free yourself up from difficulties which have dogged you in the past, or whether you want to dive into this relationship and enjoy whatever you're going to learn from it, and know that you will be okay. You will be okay. Just ask your guides for help, your angelic support, and so on, and take a leap of faith. It's saying that you need to do this. It's part of what you've contracted to do in this lifetime, and any healing that you can help yourself with and support yourself with is only going to be beneficial. But certainly a leap of faith is going to be required. It's also, we've got here bottom of the Moonology deck, void of course moon, nothing will come of this situation. So it's saying, now this could apply in a number of ways. It could be currently, or it could be to do with an aspect which you have been worrying or fearing. Now this could also be coming up with the Chiron. Okay, you could be fearing something within this relationship. You could be fearing commitment, or you could be fearing losing some aspect of yourself in this relationship, and this is why you need to do the healing. Okay, but it's saying that nothing will come of this situation. So this is void of course moon is a pause period. It's an aspect where you can go within. It's a time for rest, recovery, and also planning and dreaming. It's not a time for initiating big actions or undertaking big changes. This is about, it's the pause period before the action, because there's aspects that you need to access within yourself. There's parts of it that you need to understand and get to grips with, but also it's saying just continue with your normal situations, your normal routines, and use that time for the rest and the recovery and the dreaming and the planning. And then, once that period has passed, then I'm quite sure you will feel the change, the shift of energy, and then you can move forward with your plans. And it's saying that don't put big energy into certain things that you really want, because they may go wrong, or they may not manifest exactly, or you'll get no result. So it can also be that things that you have been really stuck on and concerned about and fearing will occur may not actually even occur. They may not come to nothing. That can happen under this moon as well. So for the boldness, I feel that this is coming in once you get to this leap of faith scenario. Okay, this is you taking a bold step, but also taking a bold step towards your own healing. This is something you have to initiate. Nobody else can do that for you. Okay, so be bold about that, and don't be fearful. Just ask for support and help, and you will be given it. For the outcome or the potential of this situation, we've got first house, the body, and Aphrodite, inner goddess. So this is all about self-love, self-care. So whatever is going down in this relationship, it's going to propel this within you and within your person as well. So it's going to be multi-layered. But it's about appreciating your sensuality, appreciating your own inner god or inner goddess. And you do that through self-care, through honoring your body, through honoring your emotions, through honoring your experience. And this is another aspect of Chiron as well. Honoring this wisdom and this learning that you have been through, these experiences, and doing what you can to support yourself through various healing modalities, whatever they may be. You can try them purely by yourself and work your way through that, or you can go to others for assistance. But as soon as you do that, you are then initiating self-care. And that's what this is about. It's appreciating that side of yourself, appreciating who you are, what you've been through, and also your connection to the divine. And you do that by honoring your body, by honoring your temple, through diet, through exercise, or just spending time at the spa, or whatever it is that you like to do. Looking after your health, but it's appreciating who you are, and if you are, and it's the feminine side, the receptive side, the loving, the nurturing, all of those aspects. And with the first house, I feel this is very much body related. Okay, so you may be carrying a lot of things in your body, in your physical body. You could be carrying a lot of baggage in your body from past situations, and this is very much about that. So whatever goes down in this current situation, this is going to be triggered. And what it's asking you to do is actually to do this. The minute you focus on yourself and you activate that self-care and you look after your body, you change from within to the without. So whatever goes on within manifests outwardly. And as soon as you do that, you start beaming this beautiful self-confidence, self-worth, self-appreciation, self-care. You start beaming that. And then that affects your vitality, it affects your life force, it affects your outlook in general. All of a sudden you start to see things very, very differently than how you looked at them before, because you've brought your focus back to yourself. You love your body, you love everything about yourself, because you are your own best friend. And it's about appreciating that and appreciating your sensuality, and taking steps to look after yourself. and flirt and do all of those lovely things which enhance your this lovely inner god or inner goddess, whatever it may be. So, but it's the first house is all about your appearance. It's about your, as I said, your health, your your vitality, your life force, your chi. It's also about balancing all of that, but it's also about your self-oriented interests. So this is about going after things that you love and enjoy. And some of it may be self-care related, but it could also be other things. You may be learning things about healing modalities. Your person could also be going after things that they enjoy. It's your personal hobbies and interests. So this applies to one or either of you or both of you in the relationship, enjoying the physical body. And this is what the sensuality and connecting to your divine temple, which is your body, appreciation of your physical body. It's also that it affects your outlook, your attitude, and how you navigate through life, how you meet life in general, how you set your course in life. And if you are loving yourself and loving your journey and appreciating who you are, then that automatically is going to reflect in your reality without a doubt. So I do feel that you need to honor yourselves, honor the relationship that you have between you, and focus on the self-love and the self-care, and then that reflects outwards. So with this Scorpio transform coming in, I do feel that this is very much connected to this Chiron as well. So you're going to be transforming probably a lot of darker, heavier emotions or heavier things in your lives. You're going to be uprooting those and transforming those and bringing them into the light. Scorpio can do that. Scorpio can bring up things from underneath or that have been hidden or suppressed, bringing them up into the light so that they can be transformed. So it's going from one situation to another. It can also be ending certain things and beginning certain things, or closing a chapter in your life because it no longer serves you anymore. And this can be attitudes, beliefs, and so on. And then moving forward into a new chapter, almost like turning over a new leaf. It can be that as well. It can also be about sexuality, and I do feel this is connected to the sensuality. So some things are being triggered here, whether it's with your person or within you personally, and the Chiron healing is to do with that. It's deep healing, okay? So it's allowing those things to come up, those things that have been suppressed, bringing them into the light. So that they can be, accepted and then released. As soon as you accept them and release them, then they leave you. But you have to bring them into the light. You cannot suppress things forever, because then it starts to build up and it causes all kinds of unconscious problems, complexities, programming, things like that. So it's about bringing that into the light. There's also financial aspects to this as well that may be coming in. This is big finance changes or shifts to do with that, changing or rearranging things. But it's also about when you come together in a committed relationship, and you've got this Libra 7th house here. With Scorpio, it may be how that's going to come together, the nuts and bolts, the material and the emotional resources, how are you going to merge that? And how does the ego fit in here? There may be an ego death of some sort. In other words, some aspect of yourself, it needs to be released in order to bring in a new, fresh outlook for a relationship. It's all about that transforming situation. It can also be a regeneration or renewal of something. So it could be a relationship, or it could be your sexuality, or it could be the connection, how are you going to rearrange things to move forward into a different future, or a different course, or a different path in life. So with this, the Arakura also fell out. This is blossoming. And it's saying here, you are still just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. So with on a leap of faith, so this leap of faith is going to be required once you've done all this healing, I feel. I mean, the healing may be ongoing with other smaller issues, but there's some major thing that you need to overcome here. And with the blossoming, it's saying, do not give up. You're only just getting going now. And this is the flowering process that is now taking place. And this is what the Chiron healing is asking you to do, okay? And this is why you're being asked to get in touch with this beautiful inner aspect of yourself. Get in touch with your body. Speak to your body. Your body listens to everything you say. So speak positively to it. Compliment. Be loving. That is what it's all about. Appreciate your temple. Use, you can, with the Chiron healing, sort of natural remedies and therapies can come in, and you can, with this, she's very much in touch with the floral kingdom. So this can be floral essences, or flower essences like Bach flower remedies. There's a few other types in the world, but Bach flower remedies are the most well known. But you can also use essential oils. Anything floral related or flower related or plant related will assist you, and they work on multiple levels: emotional, physical, mental, everything. So if you need help, then go and ask somebody to make a mix for you, or go for a massage where you're using essential oils, or you can just use them in your home. The Bach flower remedies you take on into your mouth, on your tongue, and they work on multiple levels. And there are many flower essences as well, just general floral essences. So all of these can come in. You may be enjoying it so much that you actually learn quite a bit about it, and then that becomes an area of interest for you, like a hobby or a career, or you just may be really enjoying it, but you're going to get a lot of benefit and support. But ultimately what it's saying is there is blossoming here for you. You have the opportunity, and do not give up. Just keep going with the process. Then we've got here at the bottom, Coventina purification. It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. So again, this goes with the Chiron, this very deep healing that is going on, detoxification of things, releasing yourself from situations, releasing your energy that has been trapped in past situations or past relationships or whatever went down. If you are already working on this purification process, if you're looking after your body, you're careful about what you eat, and you're doing everything you can to support your body, you're doing a lot of inner work to release, with the Scorpio, you can harbor a lot of deep emotions. A lot of things can be buried there. And this is about releasing and transforming. If you are already doing that, then it's saying to you, keep going, because it's working. But if you know there are aspects of your life physically, as in your physical environment, what you're eating, what you're taking in to your body, and that can be what you're watching as well, what you're listening to, toxic things, toxic chemicals in the home, poor eating habits, or just a lifestyle which is unhealthy, any of those aspects, and also things in that that may trigger you, any of those things, then you know that you need a detox from all of that, or some sort of cleansing. But it can also be emotional things as well, releasing yourself from toxic things that have been hanging around for a long time. And with the Scorpio energy, it can be very deep, okay? Grappling with very long-held emotions, or long-held situations, or long-held experiences which have shaped your behavior. Use the floral essences, use the natural therapies, whatever you have to do to cleanse, detox, do everything on every level. And this can be a very beneficial process as you work through it. Take your time, but what you are doing is building your inner goddess. That's basically what you're doing here. And this can be for both of you, or one of either of you, but either way it's going to be beneficial, and it's going to help this relationship or help you individually. So it's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. That's basically what it's saying, and that applies to whatever you're taking in, and whatever you're exposing yourself to at this time. Okay, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Have a wonderful month, and please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And and I'll see you next time. Take care.